Hello, everyone. Oh, I forgot to close my blinds. Hang on. And then I've got to call it up on my computer. I wasn't ready. Zoe's playing volleyball this weekend, and one of the dads is streaming it live on his page. So I was watching that. It was like, oh, it's time to go live. So, let's see. Yes, there I am. I'm live here. So let me see about this. There we go. I'm good now. Whew. I hope you're having a great day. Oh, I don't know if somebody just came in or not. No, maybe not. Can't tell. It looks like somebody's here, but I'm not positive. Okay, when you come in, say hello so I know you're here. We have a funny day today. It's kind of overcast, but it's bright. We're not supposed to get rain that I know of today. I know we're going to get some tomorrow, but who knows with our weather. Sometimes they say it's going to rain on Saturday, and it moves in on Sunday. Hey, Kim. So I have a fun idea for you. It's one, I watch several people on YouTube, and one of my favorite people is a French lady, and she doesn't talk in her videos, which I like. She shows, hey, Ann, she shows all of the things she's using, but there's no sound, there's no talking. Sometimes there's background noise at TV. Excuse me. Oh, sorry, am I back now? I don't know why I froze. Hey, Barb. Yeah, I seem to be freezing. Not sure why. Anyway, the TV might be on in the background, but there's no talking. Sometimes she plays music and sometimes she doesn't. But I love what she does. She uses penny black stamps and all. And I thought, can I do the same thing with our stuff? So that's what I'm going to give a try with today. She makes beautiful cards. Oh, they're so gorgeous. Oh, okay. It might be because I have that page up with the video on it. Let me go there and see if that will take care of it. Maybe it's, I paused the game. Sorry. I was, we'll see if that makes it better. I was watching the game for Zoe. They won the first set by a lot, but Jess said that this isn't the level that they should be in. They should be up at a higher level. Apparently this is like lower level down, and they're here and the other team's here. So, but I said, well, that's a bummer, but it will boost their ego. But the other thing I just thought of, it also gives them a chance to practice skills and not have to worry about, okay, we can't do this because we would lose the game type thing. You know, not that it matters or anything. Oh, there it is. It says it's ended on my end. So I will just refresh it and start it again. All right, I'm back. It looks like I have no clue why it does that. It'll do it again when I flip the camera around. Maybe I'm moving around too much. I have to stop. So I was watching that. The dad is streaming it. Both Remy and Zoe have games this weekend. Remy, her dad has taken her to her soccer game, and mom has Zoe to her volleyball game. Actually, they're tournaments. And Jess is hoping, because one's in like Reston and one's in Alexandria type thing, she's hoping to go to Remy's in between, because Zoe had a game at 8 and then another one at 11 and then another one this afternoon. She gave me the times, but the dad is streaming it so I can watch it. So I'm so excited to see it. I have said, okay, what's Zoe's number? Because I don't know. But I found her and watched it. All right, so getting back to what we're going to do today. I have a fun card, and I'm actually going to try to do 2. We'll see if it works. So with that, I'm going to, oh, there I go. I know why I did that. I have balloons going up. It's because I gave the peace sign when I put up the 2. There's certain things you can do with your hands, and it will do different things. The peace sign is one of them, so I have to remember not to do it. I'll have to go this way too. All right, get ready. If you get dizzy, close your eyes. I'm going to flip this down, and then I'll have to adjust my computer because it'll say it has stopped. It doesn't stop on my iPad. I don't know why it doesn't on my computer. All right, so here I go. Close your eyes. Don't open until I say so. All right. Oops. Not switched. All right. Okay, you can open your eyes now. All right, so I have a piece of watercolor paper here, and I have taped it down with painter's tape. Now, I accidentally bought the real thick one, and I should have bought the 1-inch size, so I just cut mine in half. But when I do it to get a good straight line, I put my cut lines on the outside because I'm not using those. All right, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take, and for this card, I'm using Blackberry Bliss and Old Olive. And I'm going to put those on a block that I have here. All right, there's my Old Olive. And I don't need much. I'm going to create a background, and I'm hoping I can get it light enough. I'm going to separate them quite a bit. All right, now I'm going to take a really wide paintbrush, and I'm going to add water to this strip. I'm adding quite a bit. I really want it loose. All right, now, I have a paintbrush here. This is a number 8 round. So I'm going to first start with, oh, and I should have gotten some water, that'll help. Blackberry. And I'm just going to put some dots around here. And I'm just going to let the water do its thing for a while. And I'm going to pull in a paper towel, which I forgot to grab, because I need to be able to blot it. All right. So I'm going to wet this again and blot it off. And I'm just going to kind of mess with it all around. And then I'm going to add some green. All right, I got to get this out of here. That's a lot because I didn't wet it first. There, that's better. All right, I'm going to go over here to the green, and I'm going to add some green. And see, you can see it. This is what I wanted to happen at the top, but it's not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move some things, because what I want to do is pick this up. And that's the best part of this, is you can pick it up. I've taped it down. All right, that's not moving much. So I'm going to take some water, and I'm going to add some more water up here, and I'm going to pick it up so that it runs down. There we go. All right, and I've got more color than I want. Oops, somebody's partway up the steps and chewing on a box. Ezzy, get up here. Let me add some water. You can kind of, all right, I've got the green good. Now if I could just get this. There it goes. It's moving some. All right, I may need more paper towels. I'm going to pull them down so I don't have to reach for them again. All right, so there's the background that I've created. This needs to dry, at least some. So I'm going to set this aside, and I have the next one already taped. So let me put this on a flat surface so it can dry some. I will hit it with the heat tool, but I do want it to dry some. All right. The next one, I'm going to leave that. I need another block. And I think I'm just going to use this one, a little one. The next one, hang on, I got to get her. Well, she took off, so I moved the boxes. All right, the next one I'm going to use, those are the ones I just used, sorry. I'm going to use Fresh Freesia and Granny Apple Green. All right, so I'm going to put the Granny Apple Green here. And as you can see, you don't need much. And the Fresh Freesia here. All right. I'm going to do the same thing. All right. I may need to get some fresh water because this is colored and it's not going to be too good. It'll be muddy. So I'm going to just dump this out. And I've got more. Get me a new paper towel because that other one is a mess. All right. Get rid of it. All right. Now I'm going to wet this paper too. Once I get this one done, I'll go back to the other one. It will have set enough that I can take and I can't think. Use, I'm going to take the green and really pull it out. I really like how the green moves. All right. And this time, I'm going to take the Fresh Freesia, really pull it out. All right. And I'm going to pick it up. Let me move this so it kind of, there it goes. It would be good if you didn't have to tape this down, but I'm going to leave that way. So I've got my two pieces. I did not wipe off my blocks in case I need to use it again. All right, let me move this and I'll pull back the other one. This one I don't like as well. It's not a craft mat, so to speak, and water leaks through it. It's not very good for water. This one, it doesn't leak through. All right, and see, you can see now I can put this and I can heat it and it's not going to move too much, which is what I want. And I'm going to leave my paper there, or my tape rather. I'm getting you want this really dry. If it isn't, when you go to stamp on it, it will take and bleed, and you don't want that. All right. Okay, I think that's good and dry. All right. For this one, I am using the translucent floral stamp set. I'm using this leaf spray and this. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my, let me move this, Blackberry Bliss. And I have a smaller paintbrush. I don't know if that one's going to be too big. We'll find out. when I go to use it. I'm going to take my Blackberry Bliss and I'm going to ink up my stamp. All right. Get rid of that. And I'm going to, I forgot my spritzer. I'm going to take and spritz this with water, but I'm doing it off to the side. And I may have put too much on here. We'll find out. And I'm going to take and I'm going to stamp it there. Yep, I did. But I think I can save it. All right. I'm not going to do the other, what do you call it? The leaf just yet. I want to do this and get it dry. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull back in my ink and I'm going to pull this way out. And I'm just going to kind of fill this in like so. So as you can see, it doesn't have to be a perfect image. And I know you're thinking, but it doesn't look like a flower now. Well, we're going to go back when this is dry and stamp on it again. So I'm going to clean my brush. This is a great way to do watercolor without having to watercolor. All right, now I've got a clean, well, I'm going to wait. I'm going to take and I'm going to do this, and I want this coming down from it, but I don't want necessarily all of that stem. So I'm going to add ink in key spots. This is when your, what do you call it? Your ink spots would be really good if you get paper pumpkin. All right. This one I'm going to spritz, but I'm not going to put as much on there. All right. And I know that I have some of it. So I'm going to go here and stamp it. That's what I wanted the first time. So if you spray, I was really quite a ways away when I sprayed it. I was like arm's length away. All right. Now I can take my paintbrush and some green, and I can go in. This is the look I was going for the first time. All right, like this. And then this goes over top. You kind of gotta check out your leaves. She's eating on something. I don't know what. I'll have to look down the steps and see what she's eating on. Okay. All right, there's that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to dry this. She's all the way up the steps on the platform. And I'm going to stamp over top that again, but I'm not going to spritz it. Okay. Yeah. It doesn't take much. I'm going to go get those boxes and okay, I got her. Now she can go in her crate. She'd come up to the platform that I have, and she couldn't get down, or she wouldn't go down, so I had her trapped. All right, I'm going to clean my stamp off here. This is when you need a good towel, because I don't want all that ink on there. All right, and I'm going to take And I'm going to stamp this over top, and hopefully I will get the lines in there that gives it some definition. We will see. All right, let me get this. Ooh, not bad. It did get some in there, but I'm going to leave it like that because I think it will work. All right. And let me move stuff. This is when I need another, some more space. I have a limited space that I have here. What I want now is I want to take a block and I want to add some splatters. So the first splatter I'm going to add is some of the Blackberry Bliss. Okay, then I'm going to clean it, and when I have my water to the side, then I take and pat it somewhat on my paper towel. All right. Okay, got that one. All right, move this out the way. And this is Dr. P.H. Martin's Bleed Proof White. This is fabulous for splattering and for adding accents. So I'm going to, I need to find, oh, I know what I can use. I have an old water painter here, and I'm just going to put some on here. And then I'm going to take some water, and I'm going to water this down too. Hopefully this thing isn't too big. We'll see. Not enough water. It's got to be really runny. Okay, this one's not working, so I'm going to go to my other paintbrush here. And yep, I'm not getting the splatters like I would like. There I go. You just got to add a lot of water. Okay, I'm going to stop there. It could be better, but you know, sometimes you just have to change direction. So I'm going to leave this one and let it dry, and we'll come back. And now we're going to go to the other one. And this one's still kind of wet. So let me get my towel. I want to get some of this water that's on here off. And I'll dry it. Now I don't know how this is going to react to the heat. The other one I know is heat resistant. This one is, they call it Silpat for cooking. Not good for crafting, and somebody recommended this, but I'm not happy with it. All right, there's that. Okay, for this one, I am using Textured Floral, and I pulled this image and this image out. And I am using my stamp pad, so I'm going to start with Fresh Freesia. Now, if you, I haven't had any issues with, I'm going to put some water on this. What I'm basically doing is spraying the air and whiffing it through. All right, I'm going to put this one here. All right. And see, that's got some areas it's not the best, but that's okay. And I'm going to pull in my block and my paintbrush. Oh, I got to change my water. It's got white floating on the top. Not a good idea. It will mess up. Okay. All right. I can get rid of this. This would be really great if you have a stamp. This one doesn't have a lot of definition to it. I tried to find solid stamps. So let me get my brush back. I can get rid of this thing because it didn't work. Throw it in my sink. And I'm just going to go in and I'm going to very carefully, and you have to be careful with this, wherever you apply the water, the image will bleed. So keep it a little, not so much. When this lady does it, she uses penny black stamps, and theirs are usually like leaf sprays or flower sprays. And she goes back in, and I may try it with this one. We'll see if I can get it to work. What she does is she goes back in, and it's got to be dry, so I can't do that yet, and adds in some definition. Now I want my leaf, and I'm going to stamp it. And I'm just going to kind of stamp one here and one here, like so. And I may put another one up there. You know what? I need a smaller one up there. Let me get a smaller one and put it on a block from the set. I'm thinking that one. That's got some definition to it. So let me find a block to put it on, because naturally I had class last week and all my block stamps are still on blocks. So give me a minute. I've got to do some rearranging. All right, I found one. Bigger than I needed, but it'll work. I'll put that there and there. And it doesn't show up a whole lot, but I think I need to ink this pad. I'm going to set it aside so I don't forget to. I had some the other day I was using, and I forgot to, I was going to paint it in like she did. I think I'm going to use the markers. I think it would be better. Let me add some water here. And just kind of bleed this a little bit. All right. I've got to take care of these. That's the beauty of watercolor paper. You can reactivate your inks. All right. So it's, okay, I've got that. Now, I need to dry this. So let me move all of this stuff out of the way and dry this. It doesn't take much because there's not a lot of water on it this way. All right. Now, I hope I don't ruin this with this idea, but I'm going to take my fresh freesia. Yeah, here it is. Yeah. And I'm going to take, I'm not too worried about those. What I'm going to do is I want to look at the image. I've got to look at it this way. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of trace around it and kind of add some definition in. Just to kind of give it some interest. I'm concentrating. And I have a tendency when I do this to go too big, or too fast, I should say. All right. I'm focused. All right. Don't know if I like that or not. We'll see what I'm going to do. It may look better here. I think I like this one better than that one. I think that one, this one is too crazy looking. All right, now. All right. Not certain I like that, but it gives you an idea what not to do. All right, so there's that. I'm going to set this aside, let it dry. Oh, no, I've got to dry this so I can put the white or the splatters on it. So let me get this dry. Okay, Kim, I know you're really good. What can I do with this to make it look better? You always have such great suggestions. And while I'm splattering, you can let me know. All right. Whew, those are big splatters. Now I'm not getting any green. All right, that's good enough for now. And now I need my white back. All right, let me get this wet. I should have done this in a palette and then I could have saved it. I'm getting plenty on the sides, but not much anywhere else. All right, I'm going to leave it because it's just not working, but I am going to move this stuff out of the way. Any ideas, Kim, for how to fix that flower? I'm going to move this over Okay. I think it's the image more than anything else. But the whole purpose of this is to show you you don't have to have two-step stamps to get the look that you want. All right, now let me pull this up. I did, oh, see, I may not have treated it enough. You have to pull it back on itself. And I didn't hit those edges. That's what happens if you don't put it on your pants enough. I should have probably put it on my arm too. Let me see if I can get this side off. I just have to go slow. Sometimes I don't like to go slow. Aha, got that one. All right. Now I can move this out of the way. I'll clean it up later. And this is ready to go. Oh, it's wet. No, can't put it on my card base yet. That's probably why I thought it was dry, but it's not. See the back? That's why it ripped. So make sure it's good and dry before you pull that tape off. I think a lot of it has to deal with the color you use also. Ow, that's hot. I've done that before. All right, it's dry now. Yeah. That's why that ripped. It was wet. This side wasn't. But now to put this down, you're going to need to use double-sided tape because it's warped. What I am going to try is I'm going to try running it through my Big Shot. You see how warped it is. All right. I'm going to try and run it through my Big Shot and see if it will flatten it some. Most of the time, this is is done over a couple of days. I didn't. I added some shims to make it big, really tight to go through. One more time. Okay. I just added some cardstock shims to it. Woohoo! I did, but my I did get it somewhat flattened, but my thing has a lot of cracks in it, but it still works. But it did put some lines on here, so it just gives it a distressed look. All right, let's see. Do we want that on Blackberry Bliss? No, because it's downstairs. Old Olive. Oh, you know what? I know what I can do. I'm going to put it on white. And I'm going to show you. Let me see if I have a, see this is going to go on here, but I want to see if I have a Blackberry Bliss ink spot, which I think I do. I just have to find it. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, and it's juicy because I just got it all over my fingers. All right, if you do not have the color paper you want to use, here's a way. around it. And I'm going to pull in a piece of scrap paper. I'm going to fold my card base. I've been doing this with my Altenew inks. And I'll be honest with you, I've gone to the Altenew inks because I can get the alcohol markers that are refillable and the ink that matches. So I've been using that for the Altenew ones. But if you don't have paper, like mine's downstairs, so you can take your ink pad and swipe it across. Oh, here's my Blackberry Bliss. I'm going to pick up some of the Blackberry Bliss. Your pad needs to be really juicy for this. And I'm using the ink from the block. But you just go over it. Let me try the other end. Where's my Blackberry Bliss pad? Usually the pads are they're too big for this, but I'm going to try it. There we go. If you use the edge, it works. Okay. And then nobody really sees this. Oh, look at my fingers. All right, I'm going to hit this with the heat tool because that ink is probably pretty wet and I don't want to mess up my card after I've done all that. But that's a way, if you have the ink pad but don't have the cardstock, to color just the edge is all you need of your card. I'm looking to see. No, it just felt really like it was still wet. All right, so here's this. And see, it's going to go on, and I can actually cut this down a little bit, which I think I will. I did this at 4 by 5 1/4, but I think I'm going to take it down 1/8 of an inch. So it would be 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. And I need to find my roll tape. I have tons of roll tape. And I took some downstairs, so there may be some down there, but there was still some up here. All right, I'll just have to get a new roll. I had to order more. I'll open this and then I'll find the other one. It never fails. I used up the last roll I had, or had opened it, so I ordered a bunch more. Okay. And since this is watercolor paper, it does need to have some heavy-duty just not adding something on top of it, just putting something in the middle, Kim. You could do that. It's a distressed kind of look again. All right. And I'm going to put one across the middle, which I don't normally do because I really want it to stick. All right. There. These are good, but they got to be really juicy. So you might need to re-ink them for doing this technique. It does use a lot of ink, but you can also, you know, it saves buying paper. The re-inker is cheaper than the paper. All right, let me see here. Ooh, I don't think that was dry. I've got some splots there, unless there was splots on my tabletop, which is a possibility. All right, there it is. And then I need a sentiment on here, which I will put on later. But there's that one idea. I really like how that one turned out. I think my color was too dark. All right, let's get the other one in here and see what I can do with this. All right, this one is dry. So I'm going to very carefully pull this off. Watch this one, that's the worst. Or not, I shouldn't say the worst, but not as nice. Go all the way without ripping the paper. All right, there's one off. And remember, just pull it back on itself. And I think my fresh, no, I have fresh freesia up here, so I can put this on a fresh freesia card. So I don't have to use that edge idea for this one. All right, there's that. Now, what you do have to be careful of is your colors can mix and you get a muddy look or a different look. And this one isn't as warped as the other one, so I think it'll be okay to use the roll tape on it. Let me put this one down or get this one straight. I will add a strip across the middle, so I have it. And then I'll pull out a piece of fresh freesia. And we'll put this one on fresh freesia. Like so. All right. Let me get my fresh freesia. I have to open up a new package, but that's okay. For those of you watching, just an FYI, cardstock is going up. So if you need cardstock or want cardstock, you want to order it now before it goes up. It's going up to $11. So it's $10 now, and it's going up to $11. So it's jumping a whole $1. And if DSP in the new catalog is jumping from $12.50 to $15. So some big changes with price increases. Some other things are going up also. So it's just something to think about. You know, I've ordered some stuff that I need, cardstock wise, so I at least get the cheaper price for a while. Everything's going up, so I guess it's to be expected. But I will tell you, I did a comparison. I was talking to another demo, my downline, and I just wondered what the cost of other DSP is, and I found like 10 sheets for $7. We get 20 sheets for $11, 20 sheets with the other is 14. So I guess in that aspect, it's not too bad, but it is something that, it's hard to take, I know, but it's happening all over. Okay, there are the 2 cards. I will add a sentiment, and I will probably add some gems on here because I think it needs some sparkle. But I got to do something with this flower. Maybe it needs some gems in here. That might help it. I don't have my glitter, adhesive back glitter gems up here. So hopefully that will work. All right, I'm going to get ready and flip this around, and then I'm going to let you see what's behind me with this forlorn look on her face. So once I get straight, I'll let you know. Oh, I should have said, well, I did cover it up. So, all right. Look at that. Are you ready? Come here. Come here. Okay, come on, girlie. She's been giving me a fit lately, but that's okay. She's mine. I have no idea why she likes to do that, but she does. She's gotten so she'll crawl up behind me, on the chair behind me. And last night I was talking to the demo friend of mine. She was sitting on the back of the chair and she had her head right here. She had laid her head right there. So it looked like, those things that you can do when you do FaceTime and things like that. It looked like that's what she had done, but it wasn't. I didn't do it. She was there doing it. It was the funniest thing. So, all right, guys, I will not be here as it stands right now next Saturday. I'm supposed to be going to Maryland for Zoe's tournament. Jess said the coach told the team that they may pull out of that tournament. So if they pull out, I won't go up. So I will be here on Saturday. I won't know until later this week. So I will let you know. And then I don't know about Monday night in the customer group either. So the next 2 weeks are going to be crazy. I know the week before Easter, Wednesday, and Saturday, I won't be live. Jess and the family are coming down. So we're going to be doing some things. So I'll put it up if I'm going to be on. And hopefully you can join me. I hope you have a good weekend. I hope it's warmer where you are. We were 80 the past 2 days, but it's going to be a little chillier today, 60s. But it was gorgeous. So I hope you have nice weather also. Have a great weekend, guys. Bye.